Good morning, everyone. Get ready for another hot day. All the warnings are out. It's going to be even more intense than yesterday.
It was 77 on my way to work this morning. Oh, it's hot already.
It is.
I'm not complaining, though.
Yeah, I know, because we're going to be thinking about this in January, February, and what I am so amazed at is how in the evening it is still so steamy and hot, where it feels like it's almost more comfortable around noon than it is at 6 o'clock at night.
Right. I actually took a midnight swim the other night.
Did you really?
It was so warm out, and Sammy was standing by the door crying to get in the pool. So I said, okay, midnight swim with the pup. So
that's nice.
It's been warm from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed.
Well, speaking of swimming, there's going to be a great opportunity that we wanted to share with people tomorrow. Free admission for kids at Millennium Park, the splash pad tomorrow. Those 15 and under do have to be with an adult. And what a great place to go and kind of hang out and be where it's going to be nice and cool.
I think everyone could enjoy that.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's a lot there. There's the beach. There's a concession stand.
Splash pad.
But you know, you do go out and you are in the elements, and when you're at the beach or a splash pad, you're in direct view of the sun, and so you do have to take a lot of precautions. So while this is a really great free opportunity, you do have to be extra cautious also in making sure that you're wearing your sunscreen too. But
and keeping hydrated.
County Parks is making that possible, so we wanted to kind of pass it along to you if you haven't had the chance to go there yet or like to go there, as my family does. It's a really nice alternative.
It is really nice, and what a great opportunity when the heat index is so high this week.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, we did a little gathering last night. It was I'm part of a book club, and so we got together. It was really steamy. We were going to sit outside as we usually do when the weather's nice, but we said, that's not going to happen. We stayed inside in the air conditioning, but my friend Yasha, we each take turns hosting the book club and picking which book it's going to be. And so she had picked the book Devil in the White City. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
I think it's kind of a modern classic. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. Okay. She picked it. I was really, really excited. It's a really interesting book. I'll kind of sum it up as quickly as I can. It centers around the 1890s in Chicago. They were picked as a site for the World's Fair, and it was really competitive because New York City really wanted this. They just came off the Paris World's Fair. That's when the Eiffel Tower went up, and they were looking for something to really, bring focus to America because Paris had done such a great job. And so it's the building of the fair in this huge city that they made in under 3 years in Chicago that they constructed. Wow. And all the buildings were white, and that's where you get the name, the White City. The Museum of Science and Industry is one of the few buildings left standing. It was kind of in that area, and it's huge, and they built tons of buildings to that grandeur. There was a fire that wiped it out eventually, much of it. Not the Great Fire of Chicago, but a fire. During the time that this was all built and what it took, all these amazing architects in the country to put this together for this great fair, there was a mass murderer, and this is true, this is a true story. There was a man that committed over 20 murders that were documented, and they figure it could be up to 200, but it is actually a true account of what happened while this fair was happening, and he kind of used the fair to lure mostly women and children. This is really sounding kind of negative, isn't it?
Yeah, you are into the book.
I'm sorry, but it was really, really interesting. And they took this historical events and they made this novel, and they kind of have the whole building of the fair and then this, man's journey and
so you recommend
how he was doing. So it was really interesting, and so yeah, I would recommend the book. Overall, the whole book club really liked it and thought it was very, very interesting. And so a lot of people, Devil in the White City, obviously.
Now, has this been made into a movie?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a national bestseller. That's why I think a lot of people may have heard about it. For those who haven't read it, it's on a lot of recommended reading lists. And so, big winner there. Another great part of our event, I wasn't just excited to get together to see my friends in my book club. There are some of them there. My friend, as I was telling you, Yasha hosted it, and she's from Trinidad Tobago, which is in the Caribbean, and she happens to be one of the best cooks that I know. And so going to her house for any occasion when there's food involved is really great. I snapped just a couple pictures, Jordan, of the food we had. This was a salad and a chicken salad that she kind of put together.
That is beautiful.
She makes a lot of the things that, you would think of in a typical American cuisine, but has a better twist, in my opinion, on it, because it's a little bit spicy. It's always fresh. This is a chicken with rice and beans and sauce. It was amazing. And
You're
just
making
the
my mouth water.
spices. Oh my goodness. I said, what do you put in this? And then she's like, well, it's this. Over a dozen different types of spices to really kind of bring out the flavor in some of the food, which is really significant in the Caribbean and Trinidad where she's from. And so amazing night of conversation about this book, and then also of food too. She also made this macaroni pie that was just out of this
that's up
world.
my alley. Anything with carbs, macaroni,
It was a lot of cheese, a lot of macaroni, and it was steaming hot. It was so good. So we had a great time. But I did want to pass along the read about the Devil in the White City, because a lot of people, especially in summertime, have a little extra time when they're going to the beach or Millennium Park, or maybe at home sitting in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
And they need to pass the time.
That sounds like a great book.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Eric
actually
Larson.
interested in it. So
Yeah. It's
you're
good.
very enthusiastic.
It's very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So another opportunity, something really big happened this morning. There was a dedication of a statue for a very big man in the community.
Jay Van Andel. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is actually a series of statues, and this is such an interesting concept. It's actually the Grand Rapids Community Legends Project, and this is a third statue out of 25 that are going up in our community. And these are people that have really made big contributions in the Grand Rapids area, and the project was designed to encourage education and to celebrate legendary citizens of Grand Rapids.
Yeah, that is really neat. And if you want to check out this statue, from here on out, it's located right at the corner of Fulton and Ottawa, which is where the Van Andel Arena is, of course, which is named for Jay Van Andel. There are so many different buildings, the Van Andel Institute, and my goodness, the contributions that a lot of people know, of course, with Amway, and that being a global corporation, and how many people that employs in the area. Jay Van Andel's legacy is known throughout West Michigan and beyond. And so Peter Secchia is actually the person that headed up this whole Community Legends project. And it's really wonderful because I think it is an opportunity for people, young and old, to learn a little bit more about Grand Rapids and West Michigan and the people who've really built it to what it is today.
And made some of the history here right in our stomping grounds.
And Peter Secchia is one of those people who could be considered that because of the amazing compliments that he and his family have done.
I think it's going to be beautiful. 25 statues that are coming right here to Grand Rapids, and it's going to be beautiful just to walk around and actually learn the history. A great place to take some of the kids in the classrooms around town as well.
Right, good opportunity. And then catch a show at the arena.
Oh, yeah, can't miss that.
Because they have the best shows, we know that. Well, one of the biggest investments we make, of course, is our vehicle. It's such an important part of our lives. It gets us to work, it gets us to the grocery store, or, you know, perhaps to the hospital in cases of emergency.
That's true. Or out to the beach, or to the ice cream shop, or to one of those many fabulous places that we tell you about on 8 West.
Fun and function. That's why we're excited to show off our new 8 West ride. At 8 West, we like to think that it's our job to be your link to everything West Michigan. We've taken you on a ton of adventures all around the area. We've taken you high in the sky. We've gone on helicopter rides. We've flown a plane, hot air ballooning. We've even gone racing at the racetrack, roller derby, and we've taken you out on the water. It's been a lot of fun, but as you can imagine, we've really logged a lot of miles in bringing all these fabulous stories to you. Well, for the almost 2 years that our show has been on, we've had the same vehicle, this black minivan, and it's been very reliable, but we figured it's time for something new. We figured that once we start getting rained on from the inside of the vehicle when it's wet outside, maybe that's a good sign. So you may recall that not too long ago, we came to see the folks at Syfe Chevrolet and Buick in Caledonia to test ride the Chevy Bolt. What a cool experience. And we kind of got to talking. We are here now with John Harkema, the general manager at Syfe Chevrolet and Buick in Caledonia. And you really specialize in taking care of people's needs.
Yes, we do, Rachel. Number one, it's nice to see you back again. We enjoyed you the first time. We're welcome to see you back again.
I had a blast in the Volt.
It's a cool car, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. But, you know, our needs for what we do as 8 West really kind of run the gamut.
Yeah, and here at Syfe Chevrolet, We are here to meet everybody's needs, whether they're looking for an economical fuel economy car like the Chevy Cruze, or they're looking for something a little bit bigger, have a large family they need to tote around, maybe a boat to take on the water, whatever it might be. They might need a truck or maybe a large SUV like a Chevy Suburban. We are here to meet everybody's needs, no matter what it is that they want. We've been here for 41 years in Caledonia, family owned and operated, and we are family owned, so we treat you like family.
Well, you have been very good to us because now we finally have some new wheels that we're ready to debut for everyone here. Hot off the showroom floor. What do we have here, John?
We have here a brand new Chevy Traverse for you to take out on the road and see what your thoughts are as you do your Around Grand Rapids and West Michigan show.
Wow, that is so cool. It's beautiful, and I've had the chance to actually sit inside. This is quite an experience. Why don't you tell us about it?
All right, I'd love to do that, Rachel. Again, we have a 2011 Chevy Traverse. This is a LT2 model, which gives you many, many wonderful options inside. Everything from a sunroof down to leather seating, heated seats for them cold winter nights in Michigan here, remote start so that you're able to start it up again when you get a bite to eat, the vehicle cools down, or it heats up in these hot, humid summer days. You can start that vehicle with a remote start, have it hot or cold to the perfect temperature that you like, so when you hop in, everything's comfortable.
Oh, it is so spacious inside, and there's one feature that we really, really like. You know, we take a lot of equipment around what we do because we're pretty active. In the back, remote control opening of the trunk.
That is right. The power liftgate opens up automatically on this vehicle, so if your hands are full, whether it may be with groceries, whether you have small children and you've got strollers, diaper bags, whatever it may be in your hands, you just push a button on the remote or via push a button inside the car and that back liftgate will open up for you and you can get your items inside easy.
Yeah, in our case, a camera, lights, tripod, lots of equipment. Well, we are so excited to start taking our Chevy Traverse out and about on West Michigan. I think it's really going to do us well.
I think it'll do you well too. Again, give you plenty of room for all your needs. It's a comfortable ride, quiet ride, good on fuel economy, plenty of power. You can't beat it.
All right, well thanks. I think I'm going to head inside the vehicle. You gotta admit, this is a really cool ride. Thanks, Scythe Chevrolet and Buick. You know, Jordan, I really love driving that car.
It's so nice. It's so cute, and it's sporty too.
It is, and you know, we could not be more thankful to have this new vehicle. As you could see from our old van, we've really gone from one extreme to the other. So imagine how we really appreciate everything from the heated seats to that double sunroof and all the great options.
The power liftgate isn't too bad either.
Oh my goodness. It's great too, especially when you have a lot of equipment that you're carrying. So.
That's a nice ride. I have to say, I'm a little bit jealous. It's really nice. It's not bad at all, and if you're interested in making a change with your vehicle, you can talk to the folks at Scythe Chevrolet and Buick. They're at 632 East Main Street, Southeast in Caledonia, and they're very helpful, and they just added a brand new body shop to help provide top-notch service.
Yeah, and hopefully we get a chance to talk a little bit more with them about that, because Scythe is our new expert in automotive. We're going to be checking in with them every month to talk about cars and trucks and the newest vehicles on the market. It's always really good to have that insight, because I even feel as a woman it's a little bit more difficult to do some car shopping, and to have any inside scoop or information is always educational.
Well, I can tell you, I know a little bit about cars, and that is a great car.
Car shows.
Auto shows.
You've done a lot of them. Yeah. Well, we're just getting started today on 8 West. We have a jam-packed show today, including some very helpful advice from Goodwill on how and who you need to donate items to. Goodwill is among a group of very reputable drop-off locations, but new legislation is cracking down on illegal donation bins.
And we know not everyone is happy with how they look, but changing your body doesn't mean you need procedures like liposuction. Today we're talking with a company called Skin Envy and how you can lose weight with their help.
Plus a look at music around West Michigan, and we're taking a look at the lineup for the Prospecto Music Showcase. coming up during Art Prize. It feels it's just around the corner these
Just around the
days.
corner. I love Art Prize. I'm actually really excited this year.
I'm really excited for it too. And we do want to do a reminder for you, the heat is a subject we're going to be talking about a lot today, not just on 8 West, but also in our various newscasts. We have listed some places where you can go as cooling places, and you can actually look them up throughout town, no matter where you are, whatever's convenient for you, at our website, woodtv.com.
Yep, and right on the website there are dozens and dozens of different places where you can beat the heat, everything from Red Cross places to churches, and like we mentioned earlier, right at the beach.
Yeah, so it's under the heat wave section. Just check that out if you need it. Get some shelter, stay out of the heat during those really intense times, and if you need to be out, just make sure you're being hydrated and you're really prepared for it. So
Don't forget the sunscreen.
yeah, just wanted to slip that warning in there. Much more 8 West to come. We'll be right back.
Your all-access pass to everything West Michigan.